Mathers, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our Year 7 series on number. It's so nice of you to stick with us to go through all of these videos and I'm pretty sure you are doing some very good learning. Now on the screen today we have got our curriculum and you can see everything that I've done so far. If you've missed any of these videos and you want to see them in a nice neat order, click on the pop-out banner up there where I'm going to have the playlist for everything we've done already in the order I have done them. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe below so that you don't miss any videos that are coming up. Now, the reason why I do this in this order is because of my knowledge on curriculum and cognitive load theory. There's a lot of thought behind this, so I put this in this order to help you out. Anyway, today we are multiplying fractions. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. Before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you will know as soon as a new video has landed. All right. Now, when we multiply fractions, we got two things that we can do, two ways that we can sort this out. I'm going to show you the easiest cop-out way first because, well, lots of people like that way first. So let's jump straight into it. When you multiply fractions, all you need to do is multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and then simplify when you are finished. Now that's good, but it's also bad in a sense, especially if you need to give your answer in its simplest form, which is the way we're going to give it today. We're going to give it in its simplest form. So let's see. Let's multiply the numerators. Well, when we multiply the numerators, 5 times 2, that gives me 10. And then 6 times 15, that gives me 90. Now, lucky for us, I've given us a nice easy question today because simplifying this is really easy. What's the highest common factor between 10 and 90? Well, it's 10. So we're going to divide both by 10. And then when we divide by 10, our final answer is going to be 1/9. And that's because 10 divided by 10, that's 1. 9 divided by 10, that's 9. And that is finished. Okay. Now, the second method I will show you is a method that gets you to the answer. Well, it gets you to the simplest answer straight away. Let's have a look and see what that is. So I'm going to change color here and I'm going to rewrite the question. So that's 5, 6, then we're timesing that by 2/15. Now what I tend to do at this point here is try to simplify my whole question before I start solving. And to do that, look across the diagonals. So look across the diagonals. Are these factors, are there any factors that go into both these numbers? Yes, there is. And that factor is 5. So if I divide by 5, I get 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. Notice I kept the same 5, okay? Then look across these diagonals here. Are there any factors that go into both of these numbers? Yes, there is, and that's 2. So let's divide them both by 2. So 2 divided by 2, that's 1, and 6 divided by 2, that's 3. So now that I've simplified it here, when I go to get my answer, it'll be the simplest answer. Do the same thing that we did before. Multiply the numerators. 1 times 1, that's 1. And 3 times 3, that's 9. So we got the same answer as we did over there. Which method did you like? Put it down in the comments below. I'll be happy to see what you've been thinking. But this is the method I tend to use because especially when you get to like year 10, year 11, and you start doing algebraic fraction, I find this method most useful. So I tend to practice it now, okay? Let's jump down the bottom there. So there we have got a couple of mixed numbers. So I hope you know what your mixed numbers are. If not, check my intro video up here on fractions, and then you see I'll be introducing mixed numbers there. Anyway, let's go multiply a couple of mixed numbers. So first of all, get rid of the myth that you just multiply the 2 and the 3. Do not do that, okay? Let's turn them into improper fractions first, And then when we turn them into improper fractions, then we will multiply them. And I'll most likely use this method if it's possible for me to do it. It's not always possible, but I'll most likely use that method. Let's go for the improper fractions first. So that's going to be equal to, multiply the 7 times 2, that's 14. And then you add the 3, that's going to be 17 over 7. Now, if you didn't know how to do that, I covered that in my last video about adding and subtracting mixed numbers. Check for that video just up here. All right, so we multiply them to 14, add 3, that's 17, that's done. And then we're going to multiply that by, do the same thing here. 6 times 3, that's 18, plus this 1 makes 19. So that's 19 over 6. All right, unfortunately, I can't use this method now because there are no common factors there and no common factors over here either. So this one is going to have to be a, let's work that one out and see how we do. All right, so now I need to multiply my 17 times my 19. And then when I multiply that, that's going to be equal to 323. And then I multiply my 7 times my 6, and that's going to give me 42 there. So fantastic. All in all, that's looking really well. Now you can pretty much finish up here, but I would say try and get it back to a mixed number. It's really important that we try to get it back to a mixed number. Okay, so check to see how many 42s go into 323. And that's going to be 7 whole lots of 42. That's 7 whole lots of 42. So 42 times 7, that's going to give us 294. And then I need my remainder to work that out. So that's going to be 29. So we got 29 over 42. Oopsie, not 24, 42, that's left. Let's make sure we write in that 42 there. Come on, pen, thank you, 42. Okay, and this is now finished. All right, did you get that right? Was that okay? I hope you did. And if you learned something in this video, please give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe below just to make sure that you don't miss any new videos that are coming up. But that's how we multiply fractions, and I thought it'd be a good idea to put a mixed number in there. So just a quick recap, just multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators if you want to go the easy way. But when you get your answer, you will need to simplify. And it's still good to know that method because it came in handy down here. But this is the method I tend to use. Try and cancel out crossways. Okay, go and practice some questions now. Really important that you cement your new learning before you move on. Until I see you on the next one though,